Hello, welcome back. So, a few things today. As I haven't recorded in a while, I was just in London, so that happens. Uh, but the Phillies are so back. After I made a podcast complaining about how bad they have been, they have won, um, one, two, three, uh, four out of the last 5 games, and they are currently playing the Braves. They are tied in the top of the fifth inning. Wheeler's pitching a good game so far. He has 5 strikeouts through 4 innings and only allowed 1 run so far. Right now, the Phillies are batting with no outs. Bryce is leading, or 1 out. Trade 2 outs. Okay, Schwarber struck out, and Trey flew out very deeply to right, very deeply, but so the Phillies have started to find their rhythm. The pitching has been better, and they had a team meeting before the last game of the series against the Marlins as Bryce Harper strikes out. And before that game, they had a team meeting, and then they went out there and they beat the Marlins by a score of 5-0. And then they went up, and then they went 3-1 on the Nationals, who aren't a great club, but still, going to a series against a better club than the Braves, you really hope to see a few wins here because that obviously shows that they are ready to compete for not only the series but for the playoffs and so on and so forth. I'm glad to see some of the hitters start to wake up. JT has a few RBIs in the last few games, which is rare. I know Rojas got an RBI in the last win, so it's like a lot of guys who you wouldn't think to get RBIs are starting to get them because JT had a big RBI drought. He's getting back into it. He's had RBIs in the last 3 games now, which is a surprise, but it's now technically a streak that he can continue instead of a drought that he was continuing. And it's just good to see, all in all, the Phillies start to gain momentum coming into this last stretch, coming into the last month of baseball, because we know how it went a few Octobers ago when the Philadelphia Phillies caught streakiness in that playoff and went all the way to the World Series, where they were defeated, but now we are better than that team, and hopefully we can catch the same fire and propel ourselves to the World Series. In other news, the Sixers have just made the worst move of all time. It's not, is it the worst move? No. But when we play the Lakers, the Sixers are guaranteed a loss now, as they signed the guy that dunked on LeBron. Yes, if you watch the Olympic final game, the gold medal game where the U.S. won, and everyone booed Embiid, and Curry hits a crazy dagger 3 with 2 guys on him and shook it off, you saw LeBron get dunked on, and if you didn't, you probably saw it on social media. You saw it translating. The Sixers have decided to sign, I believe his name is, let me check. I believe it's Omar, like Yustefit or something, but I'm also 99% sure that is someone else. So, they signed, yeah, okay. It's Gershon. I named a different player. That's on me. It's Gershon Yabusele. I didn't memorize his name, and I probably said it wrong there because I knew no matter what, I'm going to say it wrong. But we signed him. He had a great run on the France Olympic team, helped them get all the way to the final game, where they eventually fell against the U.S., and not really a shocker. It was closer. And, of course, in that final game, he dunked on LeBron. France did great at the Olympics. He did great in the Olympics. And we had an open roster spot and thought, why not take a chance? So he completes the Sixers' 13-man roster. We won't see any more moves, or we'll see more. Hold on, we'll see more moves, but not anything major, not any big signings. But yes, we'll see more moves. Wait. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I just saw a thing that said Paul George makes mistakes on his podcast about talking about the Sixers. There's no mistake made. Basically, he was on his podcast. He had special guest NBA players from all different teams. He starred Pat Maxey, and Chet Holmgren, center from the OKC Thunder, center/forward, asked him in a close game, in a tie game or down by 1, who's taking the last shot, you or Embiid? And George says, I played with a lot of superstars. It's going to be nurse's call at the end of the day because there's a lot of people. But they're saying he made a mistake by not mentioning Maxey. Come on, dog. It was a question. He hesitated. He was thinking about it. The fact that they didn't think of Maxey right on the spot and been like, oh, it's Maxey, it's not a problem. Because one, him and Embiid have more experience in the clutch. Two, while Maxey did hit some clutch shots, it might still be Paul George's shot in that case, and you cannot blame anyone for saying that's Paul George's shot. He's been in this league so long, he's been a superstar so long, it is probably his shot. But yeah, he did nothing wrong there. Also, the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles started obviously had a terrible end to last year, but a good start to the preseason at least. They beat the Ravens on a game winner by Jake Elliott, and then Jake Elliott, yeah, and then they beat the then they beat the Patriots this past weekend, or this past Thursday. It was last Thursday, so about 5 days ago to the point where they scored a touchdown. I don't remember who scored a touchdown. I knew who the quarterback was. They got a touchdown, go down by 1, and it went for 2 points and converted to go up by 1. Then the Patriots would fumble. The Eagles would recover it. The Eagles would win the football game 14-13, and they have won 2 straight, at least for the preseason. I know some teams do well in the preseason. It's like a curse that they suck in the regular season. I don't think it will be like that, and if it is, that's going to suck. But once again, that's just oh yeah. It's nothing. It's nothing to be worried about, Sixers fans. And I saw that our boy, I saw that Tanner McKee is clearly winning the quarterback battle, and maybe he's not in practice, but during the games, Kenny Pickett does not look like a starting quarterback that he once was with the Patriots. He doesn't look like he can be a reliable number 2, but Tanner McKee led a beautiful end-of-game drive against the Patriots, scored the touchdown, punched it in, and just it looks like he's going to be the quarterback too, and you can't really decline that because of how good he's looked. He threw a lot of beautiful passes for a lot of first downs. I know I'm being very vague because I don't have it up in front of me. I know David Nagata, Nagata was a big part of that. Made a really good catch, but I'll pull it up actually. Yeah, Nagata made some really good catches. He got a 15-yarder, a 28-yarder, and Milton ran the ball in, and then Aeneas Smith got the 2-point conversion, and Braden Smith recovered it, and the Eagles won the game. And of course, Tanner McKee in this game. He came out there 15 for 19 attempts, which is crazy. 140 passing yards with a 7.5 average, a 97 rating. He didn't have any good rushing yards, but he didn't have a touchdown either. But just some really good clutch throws for them in the end of it. Also, not that this is any relevant to Philadelphia sports, but my favorite WNBA team is 23-4, and they're about to become 24-4 because they're the best team ever, and they're going to win the championship pretty easily watching these games. And I might as well just do a commentate. Oh, Whit Merrifield hit a double on us. Well, we hate you anyway. So I just to end it off because I'll just commentate this at bat by Lorano with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning with a minute and second tie game. Oh, here's the first pitch. Oh, he swings and hits that up in the air. That's going back. And Nick got it. Okay, well, tried to extend this a little bit, but Nick caught that one pretty easily. Or it wasn't. It was right field. So I think that, yeah, that's Nick. I'm tripping. But sorry. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please come back. I'm going to be more consistent during the school year because I really have nothing else to do. I'm not going to have to worry about summer reading. So please come back for the next episode. This was the Phillies are back. The Sixers signing. And of course, the Eagles preseason. Sorry. No, I'm not. I'm cutting that out.